The organ occupies 6 of the 8 floors. The sound-producing components are installed in 8 different rooms around the arena. We call those rooms chambers. This one's about 20 feet deep, 45 feet tall, and 40 feet long, and it contains not quite 10,000 organ pipes, including the longest in the world and the loudest. So where we're headed to look at the mechanism is really behind the walls, and the organ shop is where most of the restoration work is happening. And a lot of what's going on here is re-leathering. So the reason the organ project is a $16 million project is not so much because the materials are expensive. It was very time consuming to take all of this apart. We're getting it all outside of the attics and the walls, and we have to navigate around 9 different unions and shows that come in every week and go out. So,
including Miss America.
Yeah, Miss America is coming. It will, 52 beauty queens run my life for a month, so we're sort of behind the scenes here. We have to manage all this restoration work in the middle of that process.
And you are Stephen Ball. You're the organist at Boardwalk Hall. But what's your official title? Just organist?
Director of Outreach and Organist. So my function is also to educate the public about the restoration and the meaning of the instrument. The organ's about 3,000 years of history, and not only is this instrument the high point in that evolution, but there's technology that's unique in this machine that doesn't exist anywhere else. And in some cases, we don't even understand how it works. It was designed to create a musical experience you can only have here. It's something that you have to come to Boardwalk Hall to see and appreciate and feel.
I believe you. All right, well, let's go take a look.
Well, what I want to point out, one thing is behind you here. This is the hall.
Yep, there's the hall.
That's how the organ speaks. So the first thing that our visitors have to realize when they come here is that there is no electric amplification in this machine. Everything is all completely acoustic. So we happen to be standing in front of one of our Guinness Book of World Record sets of pipes. This is the loudest set of organ pipes in the world. Now, just because this is the loudest organ in the world doesn't mean that we play loud all the time. But this was one of the examples of new technology that existed in this machine that we still don't quite yet know how they did it. They began this project in August of '29 with money in escrow. So the whole thing was secure right from the start. It was a difficult project for the organ builder to do, but when the crash hit in fall of '29, they still had money to work with. They were still building an organ. Meanwhile, every other organ company in the country was basically shut down or at least on hold. And so for one time in history, you had the best minds in the industry available in one place at one time. And that's why some of the technology here is so extraordinary. This thing has the ability to touch hearts and minds because of the artists who put themselves into this thing. It's an incredible achievement, an incredible treasure. It could never be duplicated. So at the moment, every dollar that comes in is matched by the Casino Reinvestment Development Authority. And if the funding holds out, we would hope to be done within another 5 years in 2023. But it's all funding dependent. We need $10 million to finish the 2 pipe organs in the hall. There's another pipe organ in the Adrian Phillips Ballroom. But this one, the main organ, is much larger. We are on track. We need to find an angel. That's what it boils down to. So the name of the game here for the restoration is what's going on underneath the pipes. Most of the pipes are in very good condition. That valve is basically a leather pouch. The leather is the one thing in the organ that has a perishable lifespan. It lasts about 80 years. So when I play the keyboard, what I'm really doing is I'm sending an electric signal through 12-volt telephone cable, basically. There's enough of it in the organ to cover the circumference of the Earth twice, and it winds its way around here. You can see cables all over and above us until it finds its way to the bottom of the pipe, and there's an electromagnet underneath each pipe. When the magnet opens, it opens a small channel that's drilled up into the airbox, and it terminates in the pneumatic. The pressure differential collapses the pneumatic. That's what pulls the valve into the pipe. That's how the whole system works.
How could this be a bigger component of what they do at Boardwalk Hall? I can't imagine a rock band coming in and using it, but could they? Or
from time to time we do get groups that ask us how. The first group that took an interest in the project and realized how culturally significant this was Miss America. And in 2013, when they returned from their little hiatus in Las Vegas, we had a meeting on the main floor, and they recognized the cultural potential and the cultural importance of this and what we were trying to do. And they included it in their show that year. and we've been included by them every year ever since. After Miss America got on board, of course, other people got interested and thought, well, maybe this is something worthwhile. So, so since then, the organ's been a part of all kinds of different shows here. We've played for the rodeo. We've done. We even did the New Jersey State Wrestling Championship, if you can believe it. Even if it's just the national anthem, I don't care. So long as the organ has the opportunity, even just for a moment, to do what it was designed to do, which is to be a part of the shows here in the building. So Monday through Friday in the summertime, you can come and hear a free half-hour recital, just the way it was in the 30s and the 40s here. And also now, throughout the year, every Wednesday there's a free noon recital. You can get a 2-hour tour of the interior of the instrument every Wednesday at 10 a.m. throughout the year. Of course, some of our tourists actually turn into volunteers, which is just as important as a financial contribution for us. Okay, well, first of all, this is the relay room. So this is part of the electromechanical system that actually runs the organ. And so what these wires are doing is sorting out the direction of the electrical circuits within the machine. And every key on the keyboard has a corresponding switch in this room. So as the switch closes, then there are hundreds of electrical contacts that are engaged, and they try and send the signal to the stop relay. When the stops are engaged, the current can then pass on to the pipes. So come on in. You can see some of the switching. Alright, so when we're actually in the room...
It's like the best ever Cedar Closet.
Right.
I'm going to pressurize the room, so... So from our perspective in here, other than the change in the way my voice sounds with the denser air, it's all the same. So now the switches are all under pressure, so if the valve mechanism is operating from behind, you'll see that it all runs by remote control.
And so this is one of how many rooms like this?
7.
Have you done any of the rooms yet, or?
Yeah, some of these are done. So everywhere you see bright white, that's new leather. The yellow is the old. I'm not even going to touch it because it's very, very fragile at this point. And eventually this system is all going to be bypassed with a computer anyway. But because it's such a unique, this is not just a musical monument, it's a technical monument. We were obliged to preserve this as well because this is a one-time achievement in human history. They pushed the limits of what the technology was capable of.
Whoa.